The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo is rolling back to Chucktown. Join us Saturday, September 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ladson Exchange Park to get the latest info and resources about the industry that keeps the world moving. There will be industry speakers, local vendors, raffle giveaways, CDL scholarships, a truck show, a food truck park, kids zone, and so much more. Bring the whole family. Kids are free. The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo, Saturday, September 16th.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime. What's happening, everybody? The Geno Jones Show. You know what time it is. What time is it? And now Morris said that. So I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago Central Time, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You and everybody you know, folks that you like, folks you love. Folks, y'all just all right. All right. Not all right. All right. What's it? A-I-G-H-T? All right. Folks you can't stand. Strangers, aliens from outer space, tell them all. This is must-see TV. Monday through Friday. And you can binge watch 24/7. 24 hours, 7 days a week. As a matter of fact, shout out to all my new subscribers. Shout out to all of my subscribers. I am less than 40 new subscribers away from becoming something called a YouTube partner. Now, you're probably saying, all right, G, just what is a YouTube partner? And what does that mean? That means that I will start to get that YouTube bag. Brother will start getting a check from YouTube. Y'all hear what I'm saying? So continue to support this black-owned business. I appreciate you. As my man Heavy D would say, got nothing but love for you. So I appreciate it. So thanks to all of my subscribers. I'm really excited. One of the fastest growing shows on YouTube. So today is Wednesday. On my radio show that I do Monday through Friday, Star 99.7 here in the Charleston, South Carolina metro, which has been number one for about almost 2 decades. I've been here going on 19 years. I digress. But on Wednesdays, my theme for Wednesdays is Working Divas Wednesday. I shout out all the working divas here in the area, in the low country, or listening online. You know, folks can listen online. They can use that TuneIn app, Star 997, Star997FM.com on it too, or Star997.com. You can just go to that website and then click on that Listen Live. You'll see it, the little icon, and boom, you'll catch me 10 a.m. until 3. That's Eastern time. So Chicago is 9 o'clock. I'm on at 9 o'clock. Out in L.A., I come on at 7 o'clock. So you can check out the show while you stuck in traffic on the 405 or the 10 or the 110 or the 610 or the 5 or whatever. All of them damn freeways out in L.A., right? Right. So let me. I want to start off because it's like a brand new sign. We've gone into the sign of Virgo. Happy birthday to R&B singer Bilal, 44 today. Speaking of another Virgo, so everybody knows about Steph Curry, greatest shooter in the history of humankind. Not even really close. Nobody's really a close second. Because you could debate. There's a lot of folks you could say, well, that's irrelevant. Not doing that today. We're not doing first take or nothing like that, undisputed. And shout out, since I just kind of went there, shout out to Shannon Sharp. Psych, he didn't go in the first take. He ain't going to be rocking with Stephen A. Smith. And you know he ain't rocking with Skip Bayless. He's like, you know what? I just gave y'all that deep fake Hall of Fame tight end. My man Shannon Sharp used to play for the Denver Broncos and Baltimore Ravens. So he is Colin Cowherd has like his own platform network, and he is going to be a partner with Colin Cowherd on his platform. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Shannon because it ain't like Stephen A. don't own ESPN, and them colonizers can get rid of his ass. Anytime you're working for anybody else, they can wake up in the morning and say, yeah, you know, we just want to go in a different direction. Trust me. It's happened to everybody, including me. That's how this game goes. This media game. entertainment game goes. So the fact that he is a partner with this media platform with Colin Cowherd says a lot. I mean, partner means he's going to get more money. Just, even though I think ESPN was going to pay him a lot. So congratulations, Shannon Sharp, even though his birthday's not today. Anyway, speaking of athletes, great athletes. So Steph Curry's younger brother, Seth Curry, he's not a greater shooter as Steph, but he's pretty damn close. So Seth Curry is 33 today, and speaking of great NBA players, one of the greatest in my top 10, I got to. Y'all can trip if you want to. No need to. Kobe Bean Bryant. Happy heavenly birthday to my man, Kobe. Man, I miss you, brother. Man, damn, I miss you. So tragic. Him and Gigi, at the time, his 13-year-old daughter, they were in a helicopter. They were actually going to her. So Kobe, Gigi, and some of Gigi's teammates and their parents were on a helicopter, crashed in Southern California. I'll never forget that. January 26, 2020. Man, I got that text message from out in L.A. I couldn't believe what I was reading. I had to call my man, Andre Russell, KJLH Radio. He is the only thing, look, we're brothers. The only thing that didn't happen, we didn't come out of the same womb. But anyway, Dre sent me that text. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I had to call him. I said, no. What? No. Come on, man. So anyway, happy heavenly birthday. Kobe Bean Bryant would have been 45 today. And you know, he got the new Kobe sneaker. I think it hits today also. So, you know, I'm sure you can, I'm sure they got some social media platform. I think Vanessa kept it up. Just do a search, Kobe Bryant's new sneakers. Do that search, Kobe Bryant's new sneakers, and you'll see. So shout out to Kobe Bean Bryant. So let me go back to the beginning of the show. I talked about Wednesdays. I like to call it a Working Divas Wednesday. I even do it here on the show. I salute my working divas. Now, today, something happened here in this state that really affects women, period. Working divas, and, you know, work comes in many forms. You know, it's not just a 9 to 5, you know, going to a corporate gig, or maybe, you know, you work in a factory or warehouse, or, you know, in retail, or, you know, look, even the moms working from home. They working hard in the house, quote unquote, stay-at-home moms are working hard. Man, they would say, man, it was easier when I had a corporate gig, when I had to go to work every day. This is like some real work for real, for real. The South Carolina State Supreme Court upheld this state's 6-week abortion ban. And then you have politicians like U.S. Senator Tim Scott, who's from South Carolina, who says if he becomes president, the thought, no, y'all can, look, just because folks ain't out there, you know, screaming, you know, like your boy Orange Jumpsuit Hitler, or Ron the Nazi Santis in Florida, you know, some folks will smile and have a, you know, kind of docile, or, you know, a civil demeanor, but their policies, that's what you got to keep your eye on. So don't smile at me, but then tell me that you want to have a national ban on abortions, and you want to get rid of Social Security and Medicaid. I digress. And it has always galled me, even as a young kid. I know my mom is probably trying to watch the show, if she can, and saying, yeah, I used to say, why? How is it that men can tell women what to do with their body? I'm telling you, as a kid, as a young person, I would ask these questions because it just, you know, when that conversation came up, it didn't make sense to me. So, and if you've been watching my show, you know I'm a huge advocate, and I'm honored to say that. I do everything I can to be more than an ally, just for women's reproductive freedom. So I want to bring a dear friend of mine on, you seen. As a matter of fact, I gotta move my screen over here. There she is. There you see the lovely, talented lady. I know that face looks familiar to those of you who have been watching the show from day one. She was South Carolina State Representative. She ran to be the senator, U.S. Senator here. She is now working in government here in one of our metro communities, Hollywood, South Carolina. A brilliant sister. Trust me, you're going to see her back on the national stage real soon. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just speaking it into existence because she's that brilliant, beautiful spirit inside and out. Miss Crystal Matthews. Hello, my friend. How are you?
I am well, Geno. How are you?
I am good. And say hello to Mayor Murray. Hopefully, Mayor Murray is watching. Mayor Chardale Murray, who's been a guest. She's a friend of the show. So I learned that you all have teamed up. Boy, that's like the super friends. Two dynamic forces. You talking about black woman magic, man? That is, woo! That's gonna get some
It is
stuff
a time.
done.
It is quite a time. Quite a time.
So, Crystal, listen. Thank you. I called you out the blue today. I am so galled, and I have ranted and raved so much. I mean, you even heard it in the monologue. But I just want to get your perspective as a woman, as a black woman living here in this state. You have kids, you have a daughter, and I think about, when this ruling came down, this 6-week abortion ban. First of all, it's just the gall that a bunch of men, old men, can sit and make a decision about a woman's body when men would never tolerate nobody telling them what they could do with their body. Never, ever, ever, ever. Not at all. It would be a snowball's chance in hell.
Yep, you're right.
Right.
You're right.
I mean, Minister Farrakhan would become a MAGA movement member before that would happen, and that ain't never gonna happen. So it just galls me. So I just really want to get your take, one, and two, because let me just share this anecdotal incident, and it happened with Allie. When that bill passed through the House and the Senate, and when it got signed the first time, Allie said, Dad, I love you and Mom. She said, but I'm never gonna move back to South Carolina. Off of that, and I didn't initiate the conversation. She heard it, and she just wanted to. It was on her spirit so tough to where she was like sought me out and just we just started having a conversation. She just out of the blue, she's like, no, because she's appalled, like most women and a lot of men are. So I just want to get your take. But one thing I hope you can share is what can all of us, including us men, because there are a lot of men like myself. I know because I have conversations. I've been having conversations that are outraged, that think it's crazy that anybody can tell you all what to do. If you don't believe in abortion, that's great, but it is not anyone else's position to tell you whether you can or can't have a baby. That should be your call, because at the end of the day, is your body. And what is it that we can do collectively, and what can we as men do to be even stronger allies in this movement?
So I'll name my highlights, and then I'll go through them. Right. We'll deal with men. We'll deal with doctors. We'll deal with money. And we'll deal.
I knew you had it all covered.
And we'll deal with women, right? So when it comes to these bills, I guess I need all the women, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. I personally don't believe in abortions. Obviously, I have 5 kids. So personally, in my personal decision, that's not something that I would decide. However, I don't feel it is my responsibility to go into your vagina and tell you what to do with it. I don't live in your house. I don't pay your bills. I don't know your situation. I don't know your circumstances. I don't know the complicities that you've had with your pregnancy. I don't know if your uterus is not capable of holding a baby. I don't know any of that. Maybe you have miscarried several times. I have no idea. If you are older and you get pregnant, the risk of deformity goes up. I don't know your situation, so I don't need to be in your vagina, number one. Number two, when we talk about the men, there is no punishment for the man. We punish the doctor, we punish the woman. The sperm donor gets nothing. He's not even in the bill. As far as we know, he just walked up the street and got a gallon of milk and never came back. Who knows? Maybe he's an active father. Maybe they're in a loving marriage where they just don't want any more kids. You know, there's so many different scenarios that come into play. But one of the things that I constantly have been saying since I was elected is that there's no man in this bill. And it's not fair to punish just the woman and the doctor when it took another person to make this baby, right?
And
you have to tether him.
Let me ask you something, because this is important, and I was thinking about it while you were talking. When it comes to rape and incest, I mean, what happens, God forbid, you've got a 10-year-old or 12-year-old that's a victim of rape or incest?
So in this bill, there are exceptions for up to 12 weeks for rape or incest. Now, understand that that also means for the party of people who love to talk about privacy and data and freedom, that remember now, that means you have to reveal that this has happened to you in order to even qualify for this. So there goes your privacy right out the window. Any shame that you're carrying, any burdens that you're harboring, any, I know a lot of I have a lot of friends that were molested as children, and they didn't want to tell because they didn't want to create conflict or fighting within their family.
Yes.
And so you have all of these things that happen. But anyway, there's a 12-week exception for that. Let's get into money. Everybody loves to talk about money. When we talk about taxes, it's funny because Republicans are always anti-raising taxes. It's our tax money that's going to go into these criminal filings when they start to happen. So when you start to press charges against these women or these doctors for these supposed criminal acts, right? That's taxpayer money that's going to go, because it's going to be the state versus them. So I want everybody to understand that now it's taxpayer money also running into this stream, because now you got people that complain about FICA, right? The people that take all the tax money out of your check and they claim it's for welfare and other things that we really don't see. And then you got people that complain about paying for jails and prisons. Well, you can add this to the list. Now you're going to be paying for criminal trials against women and doctors.
So wait, let me stop you there, because this is so important. So the law criminalizes the woman who terminates the pregnancy, and what is that penalty?
Correct. We don't know as of yet. We haven't seen it. There are other states who have some pending cases. I think down in Texas, there is a man that is suing two doctors and the woman that had an abortion with his baby. I'm not sure about the details, but let me move right along, because I can't be on here long. But okay, let's talk about doctors now. Okay, so now you're putting doctors in a very sticky situation where they have to choose whether they want to be criminally liable for saving a woman's life or not, because it's going to be a matter of them being able to prove in court whether it was life or death, or whether it fit one of the exceptions. Now, what that is doing in turn is creating OBGYN deserts in a lot of states and a lot of cities. When you think about your town, right? We can use South Carolina as a great example. There's a lot of small towns. So it might not be a Charleston. It could be a Hollywood, right? Where your population is 5,000-6,000 people. No OBGYN even in the area. And now you've got to go so far to get help, because you can't see a doctor because they're leaving areas where they are made to choose and walk that line to move to places where they can practice freely. And so the other part of that we're not also talking about enough is medical students. We always need medical students. And when we talk about OBGYNs, part of their residency requirement is that they have the abortion part. It's not because they want them to perform abortions, but should they ever have a situation where a pregnant mother needs to come into the emergency room and have that done to save her life, you don't have time to call another doctor. It's you're the person. And so some of these students are opting out because you can opt out for medical, not medical, for religious reasons. And so they're opting out and choosing to work in states where there is very strict laws because they're hoping that will minimize the chances of them actually having to perform it. But just think, if you're the person that's running into the emergency room, you don't want to have to think and figure out whether or not your doctor can save your life because they chose to opt out of something that was part of their natural training, whether they were going to do it or not. That's another thing. And so in states where they are not required to do it, they can opt out. Those states also have to offer students who want to do it, because in these strict states, they're taking it off of the curriculum. So they have to offer them an opportunity to still get that residency requirement somewhere else. Wow. That is also costing money. Like, we have to talk about these residual effects that come with all of these bans. We're talking tax money for lawsuits. We're talking money for travel, money for care, money for all these things. We're talking about OBGYN deserts where people may not be able to get that help. We're already, short on midwives and things like that. But think about that. That is a big deal because these doctors are not willing to lose something they worked so hard to get over a judge's opinion, somebody who hasn't been to school that long in that field to know, and you decide whether I lose my license or not. Oh, hell no, I'm not doing that. I gotta go.
And let me just say this real quick, Crystal, because I know you don't have a lot of time. I appreciate it. But let me say this real quick. Since you're talking about money, one thing I don't hear anybody talking about when it comes to money is like money for prenatal care. I don't have to tell you, as an African-American woman, black women, their maternal mortality rate from pregnancy, they die at 3 times the rate of white women.
States,
we're not talking about postnatal care.
That.
And what child care? Forget about the child. You want the kid to come here, but then you don't want to support the child or the family once the child is born.
Yep, I definitely agree. And then these poor women who have to sit around, and it's already hard enough to decide, when you're not expecting that. And so when we talk about, well, you could use birth control. Yes, you can, but birth control fails. The only thing that is 100%, and they teach this in school, is abstinence. Yes. So birth control can fail. Whether you get the doctor to put it in or whether you use it on your own, it's not foolproof. So that makes no sense. That argument is stupid to me.
And
it's not a good argument
to have. They want to ban birth control pills.
Now, listen, there are side effects from taking Plan B, and they often don't talk about that. They are pretty much, that's the only option that they're leaving people. So my advice to you all is, at the state level, I would say this, don't consume yourself with that, because I think right now that's going to be hard. Okay. But at the federal level, I think we get more bang for our buck as a group, because when we vote for our federal officials, they have more power over the states. Okay. And I think that's where we're going to get more bang for our buck. And I'm not in any way saying we shouldn't do both. We can walk and chew gum, but we've got to focus our energy with getting people in who will do what we need them to do. Now, you get up to 6 weeks. I'm going to advise any woman listening to your broadcast, don't wait until you miss your period. If you had unprotected sex, or if you had an oops moment, or if you just want to be very careful at this point, I would say we have to deal with the reality of where we are while fighting for where we want to be. Test early, test often, use protection, wrap it up. Yeah, it feels better without it, but damn it, you can't be playing around right now. No. Okay. That good feeling could last for 18 years if you're not careful. So you got to be real careful. Yes, it's better without it. I agree. But listen, right now we're living in perilous times, as the old folks used to say, and you got to do what you got to do. And if you come down to a life or death decision, I would say you ain't got to go get nobody's opinion. You need to get where you need to get help. And wherever that is, damn it, it is what it is. These politicians are playing games with your life that they don't even have to worry about because most of them are old as hell and ain't got no chance in hell of having no baby no time soon.
And
So
it may seem like an obvious question, and I'll let you run. I know you got about less than a minute. As men to be better allies, we can do. You finish the sentence.
As men to be better allies, men can have this open conversation with other men.
Yes.
Don't make women defend their position on something you have a part in. Y'all are just as liable as we are. Strap on a set and have this conversation with your male friends. When you know they're voting for people who don't agree with this, and you know they're voting for people who are voting against this, you need to call them to the carpet. Stand up and be a man and have that conversation in whichever way you feel best to do so, and have that uncomfortable conversation with the women in your lives, like you said you did, Geno, and let them know, hey, I might not understand everything, but I understand why you're fighting for this. And if you don't understand, have enough sense to sit down and ask questions.
And listen.
Don't just rely on your ignorance or the internet.
And I am going to have the conversation.
The internet will lead you wrong.
Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, I am ironically involved in a big conference this weekend, talking to young men, Boys to Men conference. So there's going to be a lot of hard conversations, or necessary, because they're really not hard, they're necessary conversations, and that's going to be part of some of the things that I know I'm going to have a conversation with. Crystal Matthews, thank you so much. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, because you got a super bright future. It's like a supernova. When I see you, I didn't put on my sunglasses because I'm on camera, but I see you, I got to put on
I don't know where they can find me. I'm laying low for a little while.
You laying low? I look smart. I like that.
Low.
Okay. All right.
I'm laying low for a little while, but I'm always around, and I'll be on your show from time to time. And if they want to see me, they could just hit you up and say, "Hey, we need that girl back on to talk about X, Y, and Z." I always give the inside scoop.
Well, you got a permanent home, so we don't even have to act brand new, Crystal. Come on, I've been down from the door, all 10 toes down with you, Mayor Murray.
Yes, you have.
Anytime you and Mayor Murray want to come back on to discuss whatever's going on. You got a home.
Thank you, Geno. We love you.
Thank you, Crystal. We love you too. Have a great week and weekend, and tell the kids I said hi, and once again tell Mayor Murray I said hi. You guys are doing a great job. I'm proud of both of you. Bye now. All right. She is a brilliant sister, dynamite. So I want to thank Crystal Matthews, who now works with the town of Hollywood, South Carolina. Part of the metro area. Mayor Chardale Murray, who's been a guest on the show. You've seen her. She was also a state representative. As a matter of fact, Crystal Matthews and Chardale Murray, they were members in the South Carolina State House. Boy, do you need them up there now. But they're doing some great work. Shout out to everybody watching me live. Hello, Mother. I am glad that you are watching the show. I love you more than life itself. And I want to thank everybody for watching me live. Listen, thank you for watching, everybody. God bless each and every one of you, and especially you, and God most of all, thank you for letting me do the Geno Jones Show live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. You got that? 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Subscribe, because I am now less than 40 new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. That means I'm less than 40 new subscribers from getting a YouTube check, because they'll be running their ads. I'm already running my local ads, or ads that have come directly to the Geno Jones Show and Geno Media. But YouTube, you'll start seeing those YouTube ads you see on YouTube. So when you see those on this channel and this show, say cha-ching, because when you start seeing them, that's what that's going to mean. So thank you for your support, supporting the show, supporting Black-owned business, supporting my media company, Geno Media. I thank everybody. So subscribe, share, screen grab some of the show, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Once again, shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey, the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. You can check him out on Instagram on IG. Kel be cutting up, because as you can see, Kel be cutting up. KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, the drip director, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show, along with Mr. Bruce Gage. Allie Jones, check out her collection, her LX.NCL collection. She did a special summer collection now going into fall. A crochet collection from swimsuits to tops to leggings to handbags to crochet little beanies, little scullies, and more. Some more new stuff coming. So go ahead and put in your commission order right now. All you celebrities, you need a superstar stylist. Allie Jones is the one. Rappers, singers, comedians, actors, entertainers. You need a celebrity stylist, or you got that celebrity vibe and energy, or you want it, and you need that stylist that can give you that celebrity flair and drip and swag. Allie Jones, and she's a supermodel on top of it. You can check all of that out. Her LX.NCL line. As a matter of fact, she just did a fashion show, and she completely nuked. She completely set the runway on fire, as always. L like Lexi, X.N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, then underscore is that little dash at the bottom, that little line, that little dash all the way at the bottom to the right after LX.NCL underscore. Mr. Bruce Gage, his signature collection, his signature line, the Mario Uomo, the Miglio di Mario Uomo collection, and the Flyball collection, and so much more. Check it out. Miglio di Mario Uomo. On Instagram, on IG, that's MIGLIODIMARIOUOMO. MIGLIODI Mario, MARIOUOMO is pronounced Uomo. Mario Uomo. It's an Italian name. Thank you for watching live, everybody. Hey, screen grab some of the show or just copy and paste the link. Text it to somebody, copy and paste it in an email, copy and paste it on their social media platform, on Twitter or X. I don't really mess with X, but you put it there too. TikTok, Instagram, X, that was Twitter, Facebook. Look, send it everywhere. Make it go viral. Text it to somebody. Copy and paste the link right there. And the next live edition of the Geno Jones Show is going to be on Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. I want to thank everybody for watching me live. And if you're not watching me live, but you are watching me, I want to thank you once again for liking me once again. Please be sure to you and everybody else you know and don't know, tell them to subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. And like it, share it, screen grab it, and binge watch all my back episodes. So until Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, go back and binge watch all the episodes you missed. And I'll see you live Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. As always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Holla!
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo is rolling back to Chucktown. Join us Saturday, September 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ladson Exchange Park to get the latest info and resources about the industry that keeps the world moving. There will be industry speakers, local vendors, raffle giveaways, CDL scholarships, a truck show, a food truck park, kids zone, and so much more. Bring the whole family. Kids are free. The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo, Saturday, September 16th.